All right, so today and tomorrow, we're going to be working on angle addition. All right, just like your segment addition, you have to keep in mind that part plus part equals whole. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to draw an angle, and I want you to use an interior ray that cuts it, but I don't want it cut in half. Like, make one side obviously bigger. We're on page 22. All right, we're going to put our little points on here. Okay. Oh, let's make that a G. Okay, so there's our angle. Do you remember last week when I had you do this? Do you remember when I made you do that? Okay. That is something that can be very helpful in this lesson. However, if you are someone who really doesn't want to color those three arcs to indicate that those are the angles, right? What you need to understand, you're going to put little tick marks. Draw the arcs in your pen or pencil. If you don't want to color them, that's fine. But put one tick mark right here. I want you to put 2 right here. And then in the larger one, you're going to put 3. Those little marks are letting you know that all 3 angles are a different measurement. They are not the same measurement. Okay? So, part plus part equals whole. When we get to angles, this sounds a little kindergarten. Little angle plus little angle equals what, do you think? Big angle. I know that sounds a little kindergarten, but that's the idea behind it. And sometimes it's helpful just to have regular, everyday conversational language. Okay? So let's write these out. One of the little angles, the pink one, angle JLG. That's this one over here. Plus angle, what's the other little angle? GLB equals angle, and notice I'm using my angle symbols, okay? The large angle, the orange one, JLB. JLB, the big one. Okay? So little plus little equals big. Are you okay with that? What if you have the large angle, the big one, the orange one, and you have either the green or the pink one? How would you find the other little one? You would subtract. So, just like in our segment notes, remember we did this in our segment notes? Okay, so part plus part equals whole, that's what we did in our segments. And we talked about if you have the whole thing and you know one of the parts, you use subtraction to get the other part. And remember I tore the paper? Did I do that in here? Did I tear the paper? Oh, I didn't tear the paper? Oh, y'all didn't see it? Okay, this is what I did. This was segment addition. I didn't do it in this class?
No.
Okay, here we go. Look. Part plus part equals whole. Yeah? I know it's a paper and not a segment, but you get the point? This paper is supposed to be how large? What's the dimensions of a piece of paper? 8.5 by 11. Everybody got it? Okay, the whole thing is 8.5 by 11, and you only know this part. How do you get the small part that you can't see? if the whole thing is going to be 8.5 by 11, you subtract this part that you know from 8.5 by 11, right? And then you get this part. Does that make sense? For midpoint, let's just pretend that this is like this right here, midpoint. This is another good little example here. Ready? Part plus part equals whole. Where did I tear it? Okay, in theory I tore it exactly in the middle, right? 2 times half equals what? If the halves are equal, can you just get 1/2 and multiply by 2? Will that give you the whole part? Do you think it's the same with angles? If I have one angle and it's the same size as the other angle, can I just take the one angle and multiply by 2? What if I have the ginormous angle and I know part of the angle and I want to know the other part? What would you do? Divide. Guys, what is the opposite of multiply? Division. Whoa, we got to remember that. Now, back to addition and subtraction. Let's say that this was ginormous angle, right? And then we got little angle, yeah? So ginormous angle here, I know it, and I have this angle here, it's smaller, right? How do I get the other tiny angle? I know the whole thing, and I know part of it. How do I get the other part? Subtract, okay? So angle addition works the exact same way as segment addition. It's just a different picture. The other thing that's different are the geometric names and symbols. Angles get 3 letters. Don't put 1 letter, don't put 2. Angles get 3 and they get those symbols. Okay, let's do this. I want you to draw the same picture, but this time I want you to kind of eyeball where you think the middle is and draw a ray up the middle. And then we're going to put our little dots on it. Let's see, J, L, B, and let's put a C here. Okay. If you want to color code, you can. If not, just draw the arc. You don't have to necessarily use color. These 2 arcs right here, give them both a little 1 tick mark, not 2 or 3, just 1. Okay, so what does a bisector do? Do you remember when we use our compasses and we cut those segments with our compass? We made the 2 semicircles. What were we doing to the segments? Cutting them in what? Half. What does an angle bisector do? Okay. Cuts angle into 2 equal angles. You can say half. You can do 2 equal halves. You can say 2 equal angles. I like the angle symbol, and it's less characters than the word half, which is 4 letters. Okay. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger for people in the back. Zoom in for you. Okay. So what that means is half of it equals the other half. Are you okay with that? All right. That also means here, okay, half equals half. Also, 2 times half of it equals all of it. Right? 2 times 1 of the halves gives you the whole thing. Okay. Angle JLC, okay, would equal angle CLB. That's this part right here. Everybody with me on that? let's say that you did 2 times angle JLC. What would that equal? If you have 2 of these, right? Basically the green one is the same as the pink one. So if you have 2 of them, what would they equal? JLB, the large angle. Very nice. Okay, right here where I wrote the JLC, you could use the green angle, the one I have in green. You could use that one instead. It doesn't matter which one you use. Okay? It does not matter which one you use. All right, today, now that we got all that written down, today I want to focus our practice on this part here. I don't want to worry about angle bisector today. How about we do angle bisector tomorrow? Okay, I wish I had done segment addition like that with you. I wish I had done the segment addition one day and then the next day done the midpoint part of it. But I didn't. So I got to thinking about it, and I'm going to try that on the angles and see if you guys like that better, okay? Does that sound good? All right, well then let's go ahead and start practicing. You know, I really encourage you to color code. Okay, this angle right here is JKM, and it's 43 degrees. There is a typo. The next angle says MLK. However, it needs to be MKL according to the picture. So if you could change that, that would be great. So this angle right here is this one. And then we have the large angle, JKL. And that's that one. This part here is 43. This part on this side is 8x minus 20. All of the big part is what? 10x minus 11, correct? Okay, so all of it looks like that. Okay, did I label the picture? I did. What's the next thing we have to do? We have to write the geometry, yes? All right, let's do that. Angle JKM, that's the pink one, plus angle what? MKL. What does that equal? Angle what? JKL. Very nice. And you can continue if you need it for right now. These are the pieces. Okay, the color coding is helpful. Now that I wrote the geometry, what's the next thing I write down? The equation. Might need a little bit more room for that equation. Okay, so the pink angle is 43. That's JKM. My green one, which is MKL, that is 8x minus 20. And it will equal that large orange one, which is 10x minus 11. Everybody good? Okay. Now, do you remember when I told you to think in color when we're solving? On this left side, I have a 43 and a negative 20, and they do not have a variable. And then I got this 8x here. What can you combine? Good. What is that? That's what? 23. So I can't touch 8x, and the orange ones, 43 and negative 20 is a positive 23. And it equals 10x minus 11. I haven't worked with the right side, so I have to write it down again. Okay, do you remember when I talked about siblings and how the older one drags the littler one along? Who's older, 10 or 8? 10. Okay, so the 8 has to go over there, correct? So let's do that. We're going to subtract 8x. Bless you. Okay, 8x's are now gone on the left. I have 23, then my equal sign. What is 10 take away 8? 2. And then I still have minus 11. What do you do with 11? I cannot subtract it. Add it. Okay. The 11's on the right side are gone. What is 23 plus 11? How much? 34. You guys need a little more confidence. Be a little bit louder. You have a calculator if you need it. Okay, what is 34 and the 2x? What do I do here? I divide by 2. Those 2's are gone on the right-hand side, and x is the only thing that remains. 34 divided by 2 is? Oh, much better. I could hear you that time. Okay, so I know that x is 17. All right, MKL. MKL was the angle that I highlighted in green, and JKL is the large one that I highlighted in orange. And those are the two pieces that I have to find. I already know one of the angles. I don't need to find it. So down here, right, it says MKL. So 8, and then in parentheses, what number would you write? And then minus 20. Are you able just to type 8 times 17 minus 20 in the calculator? Yeah, do that. Tell me what your answer is. Huh? 116. Nice job. Okay. All right, well, how about JKL? It is 10 times 17 minus 11. It's what? 159? Okay, and then you want to know how you can check it? 159 is the whole part, right? Yeah. Take your 43 and add it to 116. Do you get 159? And if you do, you are correct. That's how you check it. How do you feel about that? Is it like segment addition? The only thing you have to remember really and truly is that you're using an angle symbol and 3 letters. Let's move over here. We're going to do a couple of these. Now, I'm going to, on your worksheet, I know I said to do evens or odds, but here I'll do one better, okay? You're still going to do evens or odds. You pick, but do only 5 on the front. I'm sorry, evens or do 3 on the front and 3 on the back. Just, I want you to try them out tonight, okay? You don't have to do all 10. Just do 3 on the front. Those should go pretty quickly, and then 3 on the back. Okay, but let's talk about what the front will look like of your worksheet. So it's going to look a lot like this right here. You've got find MVU. So here's MVU right here. It's this big angle. It wants us to find that. If ZVU is 62, well, might be easy just to label my picture. And WVZ is 50. Okay, that's super easy. This is the front of your worksheet. And then you're just going to write your geometry. ZVU plus angle WVZ equals angle WVU. Then you replace this with your number. Okay, so this is 62 and this is 50. That equals angle WVU. What is 62 and 50? 112. Okay, that's what the front of your worksheet looks like. Everybody good? Let's do number 3 together, okay? No one should be packing up. All right, VUT, the big angle right here. I'm going to go a little faster. 17x minus 3 is that side. And 17x plus 8 is that side. It wants us to find x. So, angle VUJ plus angle JUT equals angle VUT. Guys, I have a minute, please. 17x minus 3, 17x plus 8 equals 175. Do you know what to do now? Yeah, you find the x. Okay,